Recently, several catastrophic plane crashes have occurred worldwide, raising fresh concerns among passengers regarding the safety of air travel. Despite continuous technological advancements and stringent security measures, it has not been possible to entirely prevent aviation accidents. Some crashes have been caused by mechanical failures, while others have resulted from adverse weather conditions. In certain cases, human errors have led to disasters. Particularly in some recent incidents, it has been observed that despite early warnings of mechanical faults, the necessary precautions were not taken, leading to tragic consequences. Why are so many plane crashes happening recently, and how safe is air travel? This is the topic of discussion in today's video. To create this episode, we have taken reference from an article published in the science-based magazine Dimension. The world of science is filled with astonishing discoveries, continuous innovations, and the unraveling of long-standing mysteries. Since the invention of ships, nearly all possible measures have been adopted to prevent aviation accidents. As a result, modern-day crashes typically occur due to unprecedented reasons. Some of the most talked about recent plane crashes include the Jeju Air incident at Muan Airport in South Korea, the Azerbaijan Airlines crash in Akto, Kazakhstan, the mid-air collision of two planes in Arizona, USA, a private plane crash in a small town in Brazil, a private aircraft crash in Tiva, Russia, and the Pokhara plane crash in Nepal. Additionally, several private and military training aircraft have crashed in Canada, Turkey, Myanmar, and Indonesia. However, December 2024 was one of the darkest months in aviation history, as multiple fatal plane crashes occurred within just a few days, claiming many lives. Aviation accidents usually result from a combination of multiple factors. However, broadly speaking, the three main causes of airplane crashes are pilot errors, mechanical failures, and adverse weather conditions. According to the U.S. National Aviation Safety Board, approximately 42% of plane crashes occur due to pilot misjudgment, around 23% are caused by some form of mechanical failure, and nearly 10% are attributed to adverse weather conditions. One of the most devastating recent plane crashes was the Jeju Air disaster in South Korea. The primary cause of this accident was a bird strike. When a bird weighing around 1 kilogram collides with an aircraft moving at hundreds of kilometers per hour, it can create an explosive situation. Typically, airports implement additional safety measures in their design and location to prevent bird strikes. Regulations prohibit building airports near water bodies, as these areas attract birds. Measures like removing food sources from airport surroundings and using laser lights or other technologies to scare birds away are also employed. If a bird or a flock of birds hits the aircraft's windshield or enters the jet engine, the risk of a crash increases significantly. Each year, such incidents cause enormous financial losses. In the United States alone, annual losses due to bird strikes amount to nearly $400 million, and globally, the damage to commercial aviation reaches approximately $1.2 billion. However, Muan Airport authorities ignored these precautions. A water body was located right next to the airport, making it an ideal habitat for birds. Before landing, the aircraft collided with a bird, which disabled its landing gear. Despite the failure, the pilot skillfully attempted a belly landing. However, a long concrete wall stood at the end of Muan Airport's runway. The aircraft crashed into this wall at high speed, causing a massive explosion. Out of 181 passengers, 179 lost their lives, with only 2 survivors. This Jeju Air accident was an unusual combination of multiple failures, but the faulty design of the airport ultimately cost 179 innocent lives. The deadliest plane crash in history occurred on 27 March 1977 in Tenerife, Spain. A dense fog at the Tenerife airport led to a collision between two Boeing 747 aircraft on the runway, killing 583 passengers. The pilots of the Dutch KLM and American Pan Am Airlines were unable to see each other due to poor visibility, resulting in this catastrophic disaster. The most tragic aviation accident caused by mechanical failure happened on 1 June 2001, when Air France Flight 447 crashed into the Atlantic Ocean while traveling from Rio de Janeiro to Paris, killing all 228 passengers. The primary cause of this accident was the malfunction of the aircraft's pitot tubes, which measure airspeed. While flying over the Atlantic, these tubes froze due to extreme cold, causing the autopilot to shut down. The pilots were unable to regain control and the aircraft lost stability, plummeting 35,000 feet into the ocean. One of the most crucial steps in preventing aviation accidents is to determine the exact cause of each crash and share the findings globally. Unfortunately, authorities sometimes conceal their mistakes by producing false reports. As a result, identifying real problems and implementing effective solutions remain uncertain. After discussing so many aviation accidents, some might think that air travel is extremely dangerous. However, the truth is that flying is significantly safer than road travel. Every year around 4 billion passengers travel by plane worldwide, and the number of fatalities is relatively low in comparison. On roadways, 1.42 people die per 100 million miles traveled, whereas in air travel only 0.07 people die per 100 million miles. This means that flying is nearly 200 times safer than driving a car. Given the number of daily flights, aviation accidents remain extremely rare, making air travel one of the safest modes of transportation in the world. To stay updated on fascinating scientific topics like these, you can read Dimension magazine.